Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another Sunday edition of Chaz and Friends. I'm your host, Chaz Evans, and you already know how we get down. Debates get settled, temps get checked, and the dumbasses, well, they get called out. We got a loaded lineup here for you tonight. Is Drew McIntyre really carrying WWE right now, or are fans giving him too much credit? What's really going on with WWE's ID program? Is it collapsing or is it just cleaning house? And the big one, are we, yes, us the fans, killing long-term storytelling before it even starts? Grab your snacks, tell your wrestling homies, and let's get into it, because this one's about to get spicy. Holla at your boy!
The following program is a collection of idiots talking about happenings in the sports entertainment world. It is meant to be comedically informative. The opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, platform, or whatever network they are on. There may be some out-of-pocket things said on this show, because this is how we talk to each other. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Your homies. The 3 Count Podcast. P.S. Please do not sue us.
It's your boy, your nephew, your cousin. It's the Don. Chaz Evans. You're checking out the hottest podcast in the world, the 3 Count Podcast.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row, crowd already know how I fly him to the flow like. Hit him with a 3 count. And your boy real chicken.
Yo, it's your boy, your cousin, your nephew. It's the Gravitor Region's best kept secret and the Dawn of the Mid-Atlantic. I'm your host, Chaz Evans, and you're checking out the hottest debate show in all of pro wrestling, Chaz and Friends, presented by the 3 Count Podcast. But it's not about me, it's about my friends. Let me introduce to you my friends. Introducing first, he is the landlord of the Dog Pound. He is the man that runs the show. I really don't do anything. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the current reigning and defending SNW Infinite Plus Network champion, the greatest champion of all time. That's right. Look at that beautiful blue belt. You know, look at Bluey. Yep.
Wow.
Look at Bluey. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the man, the myth, and the legend, and he is the man that is going to face the SWA Crown Champion and Dino at SWA. It was that next week. No,
November 1st, yeah.
Yeah, next week. Oh, wow, that is next week. So, ladies and gentlemen, he is the Red Dog.
Hey, it is the Air Force Veteran Intel Specialist, the one you call on when you need to get the job done, and your friendly neighborhood Red Dog, also the man repping the Kukui beads, because that's how you pronounce it.
And introducing next, he is your residential Fred Durst. He is the man with the very, 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 not very hot, but he's got the smartest takes here on the show, ladies and gentlemen. He's our fisherman, all right? He's fishing. He's the fisher guy, okay? He's got all the I was going to try to make a fishing reference with the hot take, but it didn't work. We'll try again next week. Ladies and gentlemen, not next week, because I'm working next week, so I won't be on next week. But ladies and gentlemen, he is Twitch Graves.
I'm not trying to say nothing. I'm just trying to say that, Chaz, you need to work on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. Look, listen. Next time I'll have a whole fishing analogy with hot takes, and it's gonna work out, bro.
I'm not mad or anything. I'm just disappointed.
That's okay. It's okay, because I just thought of the idea as I was talking about it, and I was like, oh, fishing, and I thought I could, come off the dome with something, but nah. Yeah, I failed. It's okay. We'll try again next time.
Damn. Trash.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, next. So, last but certainly not the least, he's been on 3 weeks in a row. At this point, he might as well be a regular. Ladies and gentlemen, back again right here in the 3 Count Podcast studio, ladies and gentlemen. He is the man with the hottest takes. All right, he is Lou the Franchise.
First and foremost, we are not friends. Glad to be here today, guys.
What up?
What's up? If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit the follow button on all your favorite social media platforms. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, we're everywhere. 3 Count Pod. underscore on the Xbird app and 3 Count Pod everywhere else. Shout out to all of you on Kick right now who are watching us live. We haven't been on Kick in a while, so if you're checking us live on Kick, hello. Make sure you also follow us and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel and follow us and like our Facebook page so you can also catch the live stream as well. Maybe we'll be back on Kick next week. We're not totally sure, but just in case, if you're checking this out and you like what you see, go find us on one of those other platforms so you don't miss anything. Also, my audio platform uses my podcast listeners, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, podcast.com, Podcoin, Podfancy, wherever you get your podcasts at, we're right there. Thank you for listening to us. Hit that follow button as well. Shout out to all of our podcast listeners because you've been there from day one. So give us a 5-star Frog Splash review off the top of the cell and like the video because it definitely pushes the video up and pushes it so more people can see the podcast. Cliff, let us know what we got on Now Enter the Ring, our other show, our critically acclaimed, I should say, interview show.
Yeah, so I mean, right now,
who's gonna say we're not? Exactly.
Yeah, no,
so
yeah.
For now on, for now on, we will now refer to as Now Entering the Ring, the critically acclaimed Now Entering the Ring. I better have seen it in the next interview, dog.
So, we're still in the process of getting dates lined up for everybody. So if you guys get to just hop on, go check out some of the previous episodes that we've had on. Go check out some of our past episodes. We've had so many great episodes for this show. And, we're still in the process of lining up a lot of other guests. So we're trying to get this all put together. And I'm going to be honest, it usually comes late at night. So I have to record this at like 8 o'clock at night most nights. And I'm usually pretty exhausted. I ain't even going to front. So, we're trying to get it together, but you guys will see it. But in the meantime, I dare you guys to go find Shane Taylor's episode and go check that out.
Facts. Also, the Villains Lounge. Yeah. Twitch. That's your show now. You've been promoted live. You've been promoted live on the air.
Oh yeah.
You are now the sole proprietor of the Villains Lounge. Okay. We are booting Damien out of his managerial chair of the Villains Lounge. Yep.
Fucking suck, Damien.
It's under new management. There should have been a Villains Lounge yesterday, but Damien did not open up the lounge. Apparently, he changed the locks.
What was there supposed to be a Villains Lounge on?
Do you know Wrestle Dream was last night?
Yeah, I know that, but there was literally no conversation of, hey, we're gonna do a Villains Lounge. Like,
no, Damien knew. Damien's supposed to do a Villains Lounge.
I feel that falls on ownership's.
Yeah, that falls on ownership.
Yeah, falls on ownership.
Exactly. So, which is the reason why we are following. No, actually, that's not my show. I have no control of the Villains Lounge. That's actually That's all Damien.
What is the show? Okay, so isn't it called the 3 Count Podcast Presents the Villains Lounge?
Oh, absolutely not. It's just it's not. It's just called the Villains Lounge. If you ever notice, there's no 3 Count logo on any Villains Lounge stuff. Have you ever noticed that? Aha, exactly. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb, brother. I'm not dumb. I can easily pull off this thing and say, "Oh no, that never was our thing. There's no logo. Nothing says 3 Count Pod." Nah. It's just Damien and Twitch's face on there.
You wait until the next Villains Lounge. I'm gonna make sure everybody knows.
So, but yeah, no, we should have a Villains Lounge coming up. All jokes aside, Damien's fired. As you can see, that's why he's not here.
You wouldn't say that to his face.
Why would I? I would definitely say that to his face, and I got to see him next week.
You flip the switch every time he comes on. You get
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
You bend the knee.
Bend the knee is crazy. That's crazy. That's okay because when I see him face to face next week, what's this for this supposed PI sit down that I'm not going, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's get to wrestling talk. Let's just debate something. Let's go right into a debate. Let's go with topic one. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Scottish guy. Let's talk about Drew McIntyre. All right, Drew McIntyre. So, this man's been on a run. He's cutting sharp promos. He's putting on banger matches. Pretty much, really, I think it started with his stuff with CM Punk last year. We kind of felt the momentum go here. It's kind of shifted a lot, but is Drew really carrying WWE on his back right now, or is just the internet really hyping up this heel run? So let's debate it. Let's start this one off with you, Twitch. Then we'll go Cliff, then Lou, then me.
Carrying it on his back, I feel like is a bit of an overstep, but this man is definitely a creative genius. He is. I feel like he's able to adapt to just about any situation they put it in, and he makes it work. Like one way or another, he puts on hell of a good matches. We talk about that all the time. I want to see more. I like Drew. I like that he's back. I like when he was in NXT. I felt like he adapted to being in NXT really good. I, I feel like just about any storyline we put him in is a good storyline. It's not like we get 2 weeks into it and we're like, oh, I'm bored with this. Like, I support Drew as a creative genius. Lou, what do you think?
I agree with you. If you go back to when he was trying to think of the words, and I'm just like lost.
It's okay. Words
Back,
are hard.
but back the what'd you say?
Words are hard.
Words are hard. Trying to remember the group back in the day that he was part of before they cut him, and then he came back as this dark
3MB.
3MB. There you go. Like he had to change his whole personality, and now he's learned to adapt, and everything that he is put in front of him, he knocks out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I will put it all on Drew. I think finally, like, creative is like finally figured out like how to like give him something that he can kind of sink his teeth into, and this heel run is definitely like on point. So I mean, and yeah, you do have a point, Lou, about like the 3-man band. Before that, the Chosen One, right? Even though that song was fire, 100%, like could never turn that down. But so when he got cut and he went out to the Indies and kind of figured himself back out and came back. Like this has been like the run that like has established Drew as that guy, and I'm here for it. Like he's doing great, he's doing incredible work, and I just love that like he's being more collaborative with a lot of other people to like help him like get more heat because like I don't know if you guys knew or not, but when Sheamus came back and he was looking a little fluffier than normal, the burger after burger comment was something that Sheamus told Drew to say.
Yeah.
And so that's what I kind of like is that like he's being more like, all right, cool, we can say this, we'll do this, we'll get that. We're seeing the collaborations work together, and the fans are getting behind him and giving him a big push. But I definitely think that at this point, man, it's Drew's ability to get people to believe in what he's doing.
So yeah, I agree. Pretty much a combination of what everybody said. There isn't a story as far as since Drew has turned heel a couple years ago that he hasn't like put on a 5-star quality work. Period. The stuff with Punk, the stuff with Cena, the stuff with Cody, like the stuff that Drew does is real fire. The stuff with Randy and Jelly Roll, Logan Paul, like the stuff Drew's done has been really, really good work. Now, on the flip side of it, it's just Drew doesn't have the wins to back it up. And that's why I don't think he's really carrying the company. Drew, even though he's putting on these great stories, he's always at the end taking the L. And I feel like at some point, it's the run kind of loses its luster because all right, it's the same old in a sense. Like we know Drew's going to give us good fire promos. He's going to get social media involved. He's going to be a troll, and you're going to get more or less or not, you're going to get at least a 4-star out of 5-star match with him every time, point blank. It doesn't matter who you put him in there with. Drew puts on bangers, so there's that. But he's always taking the L, and I think that's my whole problem with this whole Drew run is that he's the guy where there's just a lot of bark and he don't back it up in the ring. I really felt like, just for the fun of it, maybe like have Drew beat Cody. you know, this past month, just to shake something up, to give Drew something, just so he's not just fodder to Cody. And like I said, I think Drew can be more than just a fodder heel that we put up to the babyface champion for him to take down. Kind of like
Yeah.
what Kevin Owens was. He was just babyface fodder. You knew he wasn't going to win, but he was a big enough babyface to, it'd be cool to see you win. Maybe I'll have some hope in that. So I don't think anything wrong with as far as Drew as a creative genius, as far as his promos, as far as his in-ring ability. I want booking to throw him a bone, if per se. Like throw him a bone, give him the opportunity, let him roll with something. Like he's really still has yet to have a significant world title run. I don't care. Like they can march his stats and stat pad him all they want and say two-time or whatever, two-time world champion. When what? He's probably ain't been champion more than what, 3 months in total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like don't bull crap me and say, oh, he got it in Philly with fans. Yeah, and he got cashed in on 5 minutes later.
Not
Like
even.
right. So it's like nah, man. Like give that man a legitimate run. Like the Cena heel run should have been what Drew was doing with the title. Let's be for real.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. Like
Like that should have been Drew.
that man really got the shaft when he got his title run with the Thunderdome and COVID and all that shit. Like the man could definitely use some wins in his column. The Scottish psychopath gimmick as a whole is amazing. Like you have it dialed down to a T. Now it just comes down to you needing some wins in your column.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's not
But I
many.
also feel like there was a lot of missteps though, like especially with that Scottish psychopath, the movement wise, like the whole like he came out with a sword, and although the sword was cool at first, like it really kind of took away from him because there was like more people were like excited about seeing that, and then you guys have a lot of good points about like the wins not being there for him, even though like he's always a credible like threat, whether he's a face or a heel. He's always credible, which I think is what WWE looks at versus like we don't have to give him a big win because he gets like one or two big wins and then that kind of carries him on for that port. It feels like he's on the opposite side of Seth Rollins, where Seth doesn't need the wins because he's just bulletproof, but also like Drew is kind of bulletproof too. But if you gave him a couple wins, like it would just I feel like it would just tighten him up a little bit more.
Not many people are going to come back from the 3-man band gimmick and get something like the Scottish psychopath and make it work.
I'm gonna say 2 of the 3 members of 3-man band are world champions.
Yeah.
I mean, they both had to leave and like get big as shit. I don't how they did it. I don't care. But yeah, they came back and they were like,
One of these things just doesn't belong here.
yeah, facts.
All right. Final thoughts on that one.
Thumbs up all the way for Drew, man. Like I like what you're doing. Keep it up.
Facts.
Give him a dub, bro. That's my final thought. Like, because I think it's without question that he's a great talent. Like, just give him a dub. You feel me? Like, that's my final thoughts. All right. I don't know if the comments are looking, but I want to feel that.
What's
Said
up,
good
bud?
evening. Good evening, all except Chaz. There you go. That's what the comments look like.
Anyway, let's move on to temp check.
Temp check. All right, hold on. Let me get that layer real quick. All right, there it is. Temp check.
So temp check, for those of you, oh my goodness, who don't know what temp check is, that's where me, My friends, we give you our hottest and our coldest wrestlers going into this week, and for match of the week as a bonus. All right, I start this one off, Red Dog.
So my hottest wrestler of the week is going to be man, it's tough for me to now. Because I don't want to give him the heads up. You know what? I'm not even going to. I'm gonna give it to Mercedes Monet. Like, she, Mercedes 10 coming out here repping. Like, I like it. I was gonna go. I was gonna. Hey, real talk. Like, y'all gonna be like, what? Who you gonna give? I was gonna give it to Darby, but I was like, I don't want to put him over, so I'm gonna give it to. Let me give it. Coldest wrestler though of the night, man. I gotta be fair, bro. Like, I'm gonna give it to the WWE. We're gonna talk about later, right? And I'll explain. But I'm gonna give it to the WWE ID program for right now, and I'm gonna give a whole explain when we get to that part. Not because those guys are cold. It's just the program. The wrestlers themselves are all fire, but like the program itself, like, bro, we just gotta be real. And then last but not least, my match of the week. I actually want to give this match a lot of love. It was one of my favorites from Wrestle Dream was Samoa Joe and Hangman Page.
Yeah.
Uh, and then just the plot twist at the end was even better, and I'm here for that. So let's
Yeah,
get
the
going.
plot twist at the end I saw coming because of the trios match. And
Yeah.
I saw that, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, then that means that they have to. I was like, okay. And so, um, but all right, my hottest wrestler is Old Man Sting. Because let me tell you something. I fell asleep during that match. Okay, I literally fell asleep at the start of that match. And I woke up to Old Man Sting on my screen, and I thought this was the most coolest thing ever. I was highly upset that I missed what went down for me to have Old Man Sting. That's a wild visual. I just that's a very wild visual to have on my screen is Old Man Sting, and I love it. And I need that to just be a thing. I need Old Man Sting to just pop up randomly to just save Darby's tail. you know, so just don't put Sting in. Just don't have Sting wrestle though. I don't want Sting in a ring wrestling in a ring in a match anymore. But just as come in just randomly, drop a couple guys, swing the bat like that. I popped. So yeah, Old Man Sting is my hottest wrestler of the week. Coldest wrestler of the week is Jacob Fatu because man, that sucks. That freaking sucks. Because yeah, I was definitely looking forward to Jacob Fatu getting the rocket strapped to him. But he's hurt. And that just sucks, and so Jacob Fatu. My match of the week. I'm going to SmackDown, man. And I feel like we all know what match I'm going to say from SmackDown. And as shocked as I was about the outcome, I am very, very, very satisfied with the match. And that's Ilya Dragunov versus Sami Zayn for the United States Championship. Man, wasn't expecting for that old boy to come back. But boy, am I happy to see it go around his waist. So shout out to those two. That's my match of the week.
So now that two people have made egregious comments on this show, let's
Egregious
go ahead and just get this out of the way. My hottest of the week, Braun Breaker.
Okay.
Nobody saw that. I don't feel like anybody saw that coming. I am here for it. I like that we are strapping a rocket and just giving it full thrust to Braun Breaker. My match of the week. I agree with you, Chaz. Sammy and Dragunov. That match was absolutely bonkers. My coldest of the week, Cliff. Cliff, I'm looking at you. Sasha Ultimo Monet. Go to hell with yourself. And any promoter that puts another fucking title on her. Start defending these titles and then go back to collecting them. 11 titles, and I bet you've only defended like 5 of them. Get the fuck out of my face. out here acting like you're the fucking Hardy Boys on a gold rush. Go away to them too, fuckers. Lou, say something dumb.
Damn.
I agree with this dipshit to the fucking right of me.
I don't know who's on to the right of
Oh,
you because
Yeah,
of
I
your
have
accent.
no idea.
I don't know who you're
like, you already know I don't like fucking Mercedes Monet. Sasha Banks is bullshit ass. Her acting was even worse.
Hey, yo,
Um, first off, hottest wrestler of the week was actually gonna be here with that 11 title, but you took it from me, Cliff, and so I'm gonna say Darby Allin with the win. I'll put Darby Allin over, and actually, coldest wrestler of the week was Sami Zayn losing the IC title,
the U.S. title.
U.S. title, like the U.S. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's not like a Canadian dropping the U.S. title to a Russian. Great.
Well, I mean, you don't get the gimmick. Like that's always been the thing for like the longest time. The U.S. belt is for all the international wrestlers. Like,
All not,
Yeah.
I
all not
know.
all white dominant wrestlers.
like
What do you
yeah,
mean? Shinsuke is not white. He's held that
Right.
title.
Very far from it.
Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns,
Roman Reigns, Kofi Kingston.
Kofi, Big E.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute, there, brother. Wait a minute.
Like,
All right,
whoa,
hold on, brother. Like, wait a minute.
Seth Rollins.
Like,
Seth Rollins is white.
First of all,
he's
he is a Hispanic.
He is Hispanic, but
Cody.
that dude's whiter than Becky Lynch.
he's Hispanic too.
Sammy is Syrian.
Serious?
Yeah,
White.
that's factual. All
He's a
right,
white.
all right, all right, all right.
Come bomb me, Syria. I said it.
Hi.
Wow.
He didn't just say that, did he?
He very much did just say that.
He did. 100%.
Oh my!
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, he just said that. Go roll the next topic.
We have a disclaimer, people.
What is the next topic? Because the way you had this ordered is not the way you started this. So you just start
Sorry,
the
it's
topic and I'll
the
just-
ID program.
Okay, bam. There it is.
All right.
happened, guys?
Is the WWE ID program collapsing or is this just cleaning house? So let's talk about the biggest quiet storm in WWE right now, and that's the ID program. I mean, prospects legitimately are getting released left, right. Kylie Ray, Zeta Steel, and a whole wave of new talent gone before most fans even saw like what they could do. WWE say it's a reset. Fans are calling it chaos. Some people are calling the brand or the program dead. So what's the truth here? Is WWE's ID system collapsing before it ever even found its footing, or is this just you know, fall cleaning house, and then hey, strengthening the brand for the next wave of ID talent? So let's start this one off with you, Lou. Then we'll go Cliff. Then we'll go into me. Then you know what, Twitch, you can end this one.
I think it's just resetting. I think that they have a lot in there right now, and there's a lot of up and coming talent that they just needed to reset.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a reset. I mean, especially with like Gabe put out a tweet about Gabe put out a tweet, and then WWE ID put out a tweet about like a new crop of WWE ID wrestlers coming along. So I think with them just getting started, especially with like Marcus just getting on there, Aaron Rourke just getting on there, Swipe Right definitely is starting to get some launch off, especially when featured on they've been featured on NXT. I think there's a lot going on there. You're probably going to see a lot of talent do get released. Bryce Donovan definitely said that he wasn't going to renew. We saw Zeta say the same thing, that Zeta Steel, also been on their show. Go check out that interview. Said that she wasn't going to be renewing, and she's young too. She was like, I'm 21. There's a whole thing going out there. But I think they're just gonna renew. They're gonna re up for new talent, and we're gonna see those guys get the opportunity. I am a huge fan of the ID program. I know a lot of people aren't, and the reason why is because, I'll put up here. Smiley said it. It's a way for WWE to dip their hand into indie wrestling. I like it because it gives certain
That's
wrestlers.
because it is.
Shut up. Let me finish my point. It gives wrestlers the opportunity to get a stipend, right? They get, I think it's like $500 a week. I think that's what was rumored. But travel's getting paid for. They're getting flown out. They get to wrestle in all the best gyms, right? To just work that's affiliated with the WWE. I love that idea that they get the opportunities to go to different places, wrestle, train with the best, and then keep pushing forward. So I like it a lot. I know that a lot of people are not a fan of it. I'm a fan of it. I wish that there was a way that we could get more wrestlers into a program similar like that, kind of like a scholarship for indie wrestling. I wish that there was something out there that was like that, and I know like everybody, people will be like OVW is like that, Al Snow's program is equivalent to that, but I want to see more getting pushed into it, and that way people can get more out of it. So I love it. I think it's a great idea. I just think that it probably is a little poorly executed as far as like what Evolve goes, because some of this talent, there's a big confusion at first about what talent could do and what talent couldn't do. I know I talked to one person in the ID program who said that they were trying to get into, they're trying to work at an indie promotion, and well, I don't say indie promotion, that's not fair. They were trying to work on a televised program, and they were told, well, you're attached to the WWE ID program, so you're not allowed to work here. And they were trying to tell them like, no, it's fine. But I think with all the confusion at first, like there was no one knew like, exactly how the WWE ID program worked, and so with that, kind of hurt some of the indie wrestlers. But now we're starting to see like things are kind of picking up. So I like it. I think it's a great program, and I think I wish WWE would get more people involved with it.
All right. I think it's dying right in front of our eyes. I'm gonna let you know now. I think this was just like NXT UK, NXT Mexico, NXT Japan. All those rumors of Triple H back in the day, building all these NXT camps around the world. I think it's just going to end up just like that, and that's just a failed project that's going in file 13. They're I think this they're never going to get a hold of the indie scene because the indie scene is its own thing. It's got its own lifeblood there where it's never going to die. And I think they also know at a certain point that, whether they want to call themselves a wrestling company or not, that remains here to be seen. They're still pulling people from the independent circuit. That might not be where they're mainly pulling talent from, but they're still pulling talent from there. They may be looking for, college athletes that they can, build their own system in from the ground up. Absolutely. But you still want some people who, are some indie wrestlers who you can, easily coach. So that's never going to be a change. That's always going to be where they build their talent from, the talent pool. But this ID program, it's all the big names are leaving. I think that's really the kicker that no one's really mentioned that point of is this the big names that are leaving. It's not just that there's a bunch of people leaving. It's a bunch of people and the big name indie talent who were the whole forerunner. The big names for the WID program when it started out. Those names are the ones that's leaving. I think that's really is the alarming thing is that the big name people are leaving. Is it going to it's going to probably last for a little while, just like the NIL crap still is a thing. It's just low key. WWE does it now, but it's definitely falling apart. Lies from what it originally was supposed to be. Yeah, it's just bleh. They don't just yeah. That's just really how it is. At least my 2 cents on it, just blech. Cause guess what? I ain't a part of it. They ain't giving me my $500 a week. Shoot.
I've always had mixed reactions on it, and Cliff, you touched on it uh, about how like in the beginning nobody really knew what you could and couldn't do, like what were the limitations of this. And in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was a way for WWE to be like, okay, we have you under this ID program. Now AEW can't scoop you. Not that AEW was looking at people or anything like that, but then again, you never know. Uh, I I feel like it's right timing, wrong, or right idea, wrong timing. Uh, you probably should have thought this idea out a little more before you actually said, "Okay, we're going to push this." As far as what's going on right now, I feel like it's a little bit of it failing and a little bit of spring cleaning or fall cleaning, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the program is still very much alive, but if you go about this the wrong way, it's going to end up being, like you said, Chaz, NXT UK or the NIL program, which you don't hear nothing about anymore. Like it'll still be a thing, but done very low key. Or I feel like this is something that could, if done correctly, start helping more talent. Like you were saying, Cliff, let's open it up to more people, like a scholarship program or something like that. Because as of right now, other than the people who got released, swipe right's the probably the one of the best things you have going right now. Uh it's it's really, in my opinion, teetering on this could work. Let's sweep it under the rug and move on.
And to be fair, man, like the WWE has so much in the tank about like, and this is probably what goes to maybe something happening with the ID program was that you have LFG, you have the NIL, then you have, you know, NXT. Like you have all these things kind of like juggling this developmental system that you're trying to build up. And the ID program is just kind of like, hey, here's a bunch of other wrestlers who are established on the indies, and we're going to try to bring them in and get them WWE ready. I want to bring up Smiley's comment really quick because she talks about this here. Because why bring in all those people, including my homies Kylie, Ice Williams, and Cartwheel, and just let them go before they got into NXT? It's stupid. I feel that, right, but there was also some circumstances that happened, right? Not, you know, Kylie, you know, she, by the way, we never addressed this, but congratulations. We Now that she's, you know, she announced that she was pregnant, that she essentially was going to leave the program, you know, to do that thing, to do her mom thing. Jack Cartwheel and Ice Williams, definitely, I will agree. It's kind of a miss on both those, especially with WWE missing on both those guys because both those talents are amazing, especially Jack going over to New Japan and to be able to do what he did out there. I think what it is, what happens is that when you start juggling the ball too much, because when the NIL program was running by itself, like we all acknowledged, like a lot of big names were coming out of that NIL program, and we were very excited to see that. And you know, Tiffany Stratton is a perfect example of someone who comes off the NIL program.
Yeah.
Well, when you look at them, like, okay, cool, we have that
Bianca Belair was too.
Yep.
Bianca Belair, right? So when you see them come out of that program, it's like, all right, cool. Well, now you have the NIL program, you have LFG, you have, and funny enough, they were talking about bringing back Tough Enough, and then you have Evolve. Like it's tough to kind of like it's too many things to start, too many projects to start, and not have them solidified as you move on to the next project. You know what I mean? Like you want an NXT UK, you want an NXT Mexico, you want an NXT Japan. Well, now you bought AAA. Now you still have a presence in the UK, and then Japan also. I think they have a deal. They have a new deal going on right now too. They're like in developments with like Dragon Gate, I think it is, that are rumored. It might have been something I truly just made up. I don't know, but I think there's a lot of programs that they're building up, and they're just like they're just buying into other programs to get all that stuff together. But when you look at stuff like AAA, that is WWE Mexico. Like that's NXT Mexico right there. They're just not
Right.
going to call it that, right? Because it's already been established as a brand. I think the problem with the WWE ID program though is that there was a lot of confusion when it first started. Nobody wanted to book anybody because they thought they were going to be too high cost. They thought that WWE was going to come in and tell them how their wrestlers going to wrestle, who they're going to wrestle, what's going to happen in the match, and that wasn't the case. There was just a lot of missteps that happened, and nobody like we've been saying it this whole time. Nobody knew what was going on. Now that we have a year under our belt in the ID program, we can start seeing how they're going to develop this talent and then get them going and get them out there. Tubi wasn't the best place to put this talent because I'm not even though it's free, I'm not down. I mean, even though I do have it, I'm not watching Tubi. I'm just not out there.
This
I,
is
I
something.
have it on my phone. It's just wasted data. It's wasted storage space. But I'm
This,
not watching Tubi. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
give me a
It's the
reason to
same
watch
thing
you
on my
guys on
fire. It's on
NXT.
my Fire Stick,
Yeah, give
and
me a reason to
I don't
go.
watch it just to. I only watch it just to be like, oh yeah, let me go watch Evolve.
Yeah,
That's
and I
it's
mean, like,
just collecting data.
that, like, you might as well, you know what I mean? Like, give these guys matches on NXT. Like, they are doing it with some people. Let's be fair. There's a couple guys who show up. You have those guys. They show up on NXT. But it's like we you got all these talent, show them off, like show them what they can do, like Aaron Rourke and Marcus Mathers being on Tubi. Like, come on, man, like put those guys on NXT. Let those guys show you what they can do
Yeah,
versus
yes, because
where
my
they are
grandma
now.
watches NXT. Let my grandma see you. She watches NXT.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna find those. You're gonna find all the new talent that WWE is trying to recruit and bring up.
exactly.
And I mean, Cappuccino Jones is just he's got the ID title and he's traveling around different areas. I'll be fair. He is traveling with the ID belt and like a lot of people are being exposed to it. I know TJ Crawford just had a killer match with him on IWTV, crazy enough. But he like it was a great showing. Like, and I mean, what more can we be asking? I need to see him on a big TV, so that people can also lock into it too. I don't care if it's on a C-Dub. You can put him on Monday Night Raw. I don't care. Main event. I don't care. I just want to see him on a bigger screen because you're investing time into him, and you got to teach us why we need to be investing in those guys too.
put it on Peacock. You already have NXT Level Up on Peacock. Like, how many of us still have the Peacock subscription from when we had WWE? I do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. I mean,
See,
I watch.
exactly.
I'm waiting for Bel Air, the last season of Bel Air. Once I watch that, I'm canceling that joint. Like, I'm not even gonna
But
lie to you. Like, that's the only reason I still got it because I know it's Bel Air's coming back in February, and I was like, all
yeah,
right. Once that comes out, I watch that. It's getting the cut. Snip, snip.
I'm watching football on it, and then after that, whatever Real Housewives of whatever city my wife is watching, that's what she's watching.
Act like you don't watch it with her.
First of all, do not talk to me until New Jersey comes back on the air. Okay, we ain't just nobody else. All right, I don't watch any of the other ones, just the Jersey one.
hello, Chaz. How are you doing, Chaz?
I don't watch none of that monstrosity.
What
First
are
of all, you watch wrestling like that is the same thing.
Nah, no, it's not.
Yes, first of all, there's like 6 characters. Listen, let's be fair. We're gonna pull this curtain back real quick, just so people can
Wait,
be like, oh my god. Um,
Peacock for
There's like
football? Go
6
ahead.
characters. There's like 6 or 7 characters that'll be in every, like, wrestling locker room. Let's put that out there, okay? There's 7 women. They're all different characters in The Real Housewives. You have the crazy one, the angry one, the drunk one. You have the happy one. You have the one that has marital problems all the time. You have the cheating one. Like, they're all there, and you know who they are. You just watch them and just, like, laugh your ass off. You don't gotta pay attention. You got the one that's like trying to get it in with her husband every night. Like, yo, they're all there, bro. Like, just watch the show. You're gonna be highly entertained. That's not my plug for Peacock, by the way. Just,
that was such a plug for Peacock,
It
and
really
I
was.
absolutely cannot stand it because they're not paying for any of it. Moving on to our last debate topic. Our WWE.
you're not doing Christian Barry? That's crazy.
No, he asked before we went on the air if we were doing
I
Push
really
and Barry,
did.
and
I
I
did.
said
I did
no.
know. I wanted to see if I could just pressure you into doing Push and Barry.
Oh no, I sorry, I said we weren't doing it.
Dang.
So we
Anyway,
are doing it.
no, we are.
I thought we
Dang.
weren't.
I thought we weren't.
Ladies
No.
and gentlemen,
Dang.
and this
Yay!
is number 40. Why
Very,
you should give a
very,
call.
Okay.
very.
Push and bury. So that's where me and my friends we push something in professional wrestling and we bury something in professional wrestling. I didn't know we were doing this till the graphic popped up. All right, cool. Peacock for football. The end. I agree with that statement. All right, cool. I'm pushing old man's thing. I don't know.
I like it.
I like that visual. I might, and I'm burying anything involving John Moxley. Get him off my TV. You put me to sleep.
That's fair.
He put me to sleep. I really fell asleep. Like, really, he came out. And I went, I woke up and then it was Old Man Sting. And I got excited. Like, yeah!
You're
Don't-
starting to sound
don't
like
blame
Damien.
Mox.
Wrestling!
Don't blame Mox for that. Blame your old age for that.
Oh, no. I'm blaming Moxley because I got through that whole show perfectly
Great.
fine until that man got on the screen. I instantly just nodded off.
Bro's
No,
bro's like 11 teen. What do you mean his old age?
That's
11
true.
teen isn't not a
That's
number.
wild.
What Chaz?
Go ahead, Cliff. Pushing Barry.
Yeah. Let me let me push Athena because she deserves it. She every week in, week out, she's always delivering, and we have to have a paywall just to be able to view her awesome matches. And she's an amazing talent, and she deserves all the love and all the flowers because that's who she is. Let me bury Seth Rollins. Let me start with this. And why would I want to bury Seth Rollins? Let me keep this. It can be just $1.50. And this okay, so this is just characters. Okay, so it's not like I'm burying like the real Seth or the
You're not
Cody.
gonna bury Kobe?
No. So here's why I'm saying bury Seth Rollins. So when the Shield was formed, right, and the Shield broke up, why did the Shield break up?
Because Seth
Like,
turned
That's
on him.
Rollins.
Yeah, Seth Rollins. So when the Authority came around, right, and so Authority fell apart, who's to blame for that?
Seth Rollins.
Thank
Triple
you,
H.
Seth Rollins. And
Triple
then
H.
Holy shit!
and then
The
my
Broncos just took the lead.
shut up. I'm in the middle of my spiel. And then
I thought he was going there for your point. He was like, oh,
no, he
oh,
could
I'm
have
on
gone
the
with the
same
middle one.
wavelength with you, Cliff.
Yeah.
He's talking about
So
the goddamn Bronx. I'm
so
gonna
the
walk off.
visionary and the visionary and the disciple happens, right? And why'd that fall apart?
Seth.
Seth. So then we get our big bad, right, division, right?
Hi, Chris.
And it falls apart. Why does it fall apart?
Seth.
Seth. So that's my point. Is that Seth Rollins is out here for being a visionary, the evolutionary, the legendary, or whatever other adjectives that this man wants to use, right? The leader never sees it come. The architect never sees it coming that he just he makes these groups and then he ruins them or he doesn't understand why they turned on him. It's maddening to me. And I get it, right? Real life wise, yes, I understand why there's a real life. But character wise, man, it just pisses me off that Seth Rollins always is the reason why these groups fall apart. It's him, 100%. Like
That's fair.
maybe that's a great part of him, like the character flaw that he's supposed to have. But I can't fucking stand it. This man talks about I'm a visionary, I'm the architect. For being an architect, you really build shitty buildings because they always fall apart. That's all I'm gonna say. That's why I'm marrying Seth Rollins today.
Not up to OSHA standards.
Yeah, not up to yes. This man out here, it'd be like, come with me and you'll see a world of OSHA violations because he can't build nothing.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
That's why. That's why. That's my 2 cents. I'm
All
out.
right. Twitch. Oh no, not the laugh.
The giggle is ridiculous.
My push is Ilya Dragunov, obviously his awesome return. Uh, my Barry,
Dog.
Solo Sokoa and his stupid little group. Why do you got JC, Jeff Cobb, Mateo out here looking like something that's about to crawl out of my TV from the movie The Ring?
Jesus
Get
Christ.
the fuck out of here with that dumb shit. I understand Tamatonga, Tongaloa, breaking out the God face paint and all that. You got the other two looking retarded.
You know what's funny? I'm not even gonna front. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, you know what? The other two, that just the face paint don't work. Like I'm just like, ugh.
Go watch The Ring and then go look at JC Mateo.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Lou. What you got?
No,
Well,
I'm not. I can't let you get away with that. It's Dead
oh, wait.
Poet Society, man. That's what that is. I'm not gonna let that roll, bro. I was like, that movie is great.
What you got, Lou?
Well, I'm pushing Dragunov for sure. He's coming back.
I'm glad I figured we all probably agree on that one.
Dead Poet
Yeah.
Society, that's all I was thinking. What was
My
that?
berry
I'm thinking again.
is Miss Monet with her fucking 11th belt.
You just
Bury that shit.
you're never gonna
Bury that shit. Wrap it. Put a gravestone on it and end it already. Sasha Banks 99 is what it's gonna be.
I will.
The Banks 99 is crazy.
Sasha Banks 99 is crazy. We saw it coming. I will say that it wasn't. I don't. I don't have an opinion on it. Yeah. All right, let's move to topic 3. All right, last topic. I really don't have an opinion on the Mercedes thing now, just because we did see it coming, her winning the belt, and I just like.
Oh, I was actually gonna push Chris Statlander too. Sorry.
Yeah, I just it is what it is.
Rumors say the goal is 20.
What? I don't. How does she hold? No. All right, no. She holds 20. I think even then I'll get. Even then I still be like bleh. Like
What
20
movie?
is
It's not
20
Dead
is
Poet
20 is a
Society.
ridiculous number.
What movie am I thinking? It's not Dead Poet Society. I'm thinking of. What movie am I thinking of that the face paint is from?
That,
I have no idea.
I know the movie. I see it in my head. I see the cover. Man's looking up like this. His face is painted, and
Dead Presidents.
is it Dead President? I don't remember. We'll figure it out. We'll get back to you guys. Unless you guys know what I'm talking about, like then just put in the comments. Thank you. That's the one.
Dead
That's what
Presidents.
Dead Presidents.
Dead presidents.
Yes.
All right,
Here we
let's wrap this debates up with the real debate that's probably going to be clipped tomorrow. Every week we see it, right? Story starts to build, and before we even get halfway there, the IWC or the fans online are calling it mid. They're already fantasy booking stuff that they feel like is better. Everybody's a better booker than the actual professionals, or even leaking everything that's can be leaked. So I gotta ask this: are we the problem? Are wrestling fans so hungry for instant gratification that we're killing long-term storytelling before it even has a chance to breathe? So yeah, there we go. Let's start. No, let's go with you, Lou. Then we'll go to. Oh no, Twitch. You want to go first?
Yes, because we
Okay.
live in such an instant gratification world that nobody can sit back and enjoy something long enough. Let's get serious. You are not going to get Edge and John Cena. Get over it. You are more than likely going to get John Cena and Gunther. It's going to happen. As far as Seth's group breaking up, the man is fucking injured. I understand, okay, we only got it for 6 months. There was no real storytelling to it. Too fucking bad. The man's injured. What do you want him to do? Like this, we live in such an instant gratification world where it's give it to me now, give it to me now, give it to me now. I want it now, 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 now. Get the fuck over it. You have destroyed long-term storytelling. You are a problem. You are a disease. And that brings me to reason number 40 on why you should join a cult, because we give you instant gratification.
that bit's never gonna die. And I think we're gonna get that on a shirt. We're gonna get that, and Lou, I think you're gonna get a shirt. You're gonna get a "We are not friends." Yeah, we're gonna get you a shirt too. Finally, Lou gets his shirt, y'all. I can I. I tiptoe on the fence, and I tiptoe on the fence because I agree with you, Twitch. Yes, I definitely believe COVID definitely messed the society up as far as the instant gratification. everything being so readily available as far as media is concerned. You know, being able to watch a full season worth of a TV show literally in what, a full day. If you really binge all day, you can get through a series. Even like to the point where movies are, you know, where specific movies are now just on streaming services rather than just going to the actual theater and seeing it. And you know, the whole idea of buying a movie on a stream on like Prime, like you can buy movies right now and then boom, it's there. There's no download necessarily process gotta happen now. So I agree with you on that one. But I have to caveat with the fact of it gives people something to talk about. I feel like, and and on a sense of, you want chatter about your show or your product, whatever it is, regardless whether it's good chatter, whether it's bad chatter, indifferent chatter, bots, like as long as there is conversations being had, I feel like in this day and age we just have to get over the whole leaking thing, as far as people fantasy booking and trying to just the whole sit back and let me enjoy the ride that the rock is taking me on type, you know, mindset that we're so used to now. The internet is so encompassed into wrestling now, where you're not going to escape the internet. Like their internet references in the shows now. Like they're making references to things that if you're not on the internet, it's going to go over your head. So I that's why I'm on both sides of it, because it's like, are we the problem? Yeah, but are we also what's fueling, you know, the chatter, and what's fueling the discourse, and not even discord but discord amongst, you know, the internet wrestling community? I feel like it's a catch-22 on this. Like, and also I think we've moved past stories now, in a sense, not necessarily moved past it, but we've moved more to moments than full-fledged stories. Like, and I think you hear a lot of wrestlers talk about the moments. It's all about the moments, and I think that's the mindset that we have to go into when we're looking at wrestling now. And is more or less of, this is more of a elevating the product in a sense, but it's kind of a backwards way of doing it, because yes, you still get the, you know, the leaks. You don't. I'm not I'm not promoting leaks and then saying that it's okay to leak shit. Like that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is more or less, it's like the leaks cause chatter. It costs, so it also brings into the fantasy booking. So now you have other people saying, well, oh, well, I would like this, I would like that. So it's being talked about, and so that's why I'm like on both sides of the fence there. I kind of said a whole mouthful, but yeah. Uh, Go ahead, Cliff.
Nah, you have it right. It's crazy because, like, you know, both you and Twitch have it right. Where it's like we live in the Amazon world where like everything has to be delivered to us like right away, and it's like we kind of forget like some things just need to take that slow burn, and we gotta wait for it, because at the end of the ride is when everything's gonna be like amazing. But I don't know, man. It's wild to watch people, the mind shift change, and I know you blame COVID, right? But also like TikTok really kind of drove that out too, you know, to throw that in there. So like now we have the rise of Amazon, COVID, TikTok, like all these three of these things like all slammed together, and now we all have this like need to get things instantly to us, and we refuse to let characters develop, we refuse to let storylines progress, we refuse to just enjoy what's kind of being fed to us as we like get ready for like appointment TV is what I've heard it referred to as. But it's just, I don't know, overall it's just, it's a bummer that we can't enjoy fun things as they last longer, as they grow, because we need everything finished right away. And we couldn't wait 3 months for everything to happen. But it is what it is, man. And people just keep trying to ruin how great stories can be if you just give them time to breathe. They just want everything wrapped up within like week to week, and it's like you need the writers to keep putting out more and more material, and that shouldn't be the thing. It should just go, every 3 pay-per-view should be one thing to the next. So it is what it is, but I can't. I don't know. It's weird. So
Before you go, Lou, just to caveat what you said, Cliff. Like, you think about like certain stories that if, well, like, would they hit the same if they didn't have, you know, like the slow burn with fans out are impatient now, like the Daniel Bryan story, with the Yes movement, like that,
Cody finishing the story.
like exactly, and like that was my next one. I was gonna say, yeah, like Cody is a good example because that's one of the more, I feel like one of the more recent stories in a very, very, very long time where I was fully invested, and like a lot of people were invested. I watched when Cody won the belt. I was with a bunch of friends, and my family. It was like a real big thing. When Cody won, when that 3 and that bell rang, when I tell you, there was only like two. There's only one person. No, it was two. It was two people who were like, "Boom, my tribal chief." But everybody else, literally, even the kids, were, I mean, screaming. You would have thought we were there. It was because they sat. We all watched that story. We watched Cody come back. We watched last year, the year before, where which is funny. We were there the year prior. All of us, we were watching, and we saw Cody lose. And then, hey, we're going to do this again next year. And we all, I remember my friend saying, "Hey, I don't know why we do this again. Y'all gonna be disappointed. Is Roman again, my trouble chief?" I know, and it's funny. I know he's watching the show, and I'm gonna get a text message from him. But yeah, so if I don't know how fans could really, really take those stories in with how impatient they are now. Like the vision, I think that's.
I wholeheartedly think the Vision would have kept going had he not got injured.
yeah,
What
I
happened on Monday, I don't think would have happened had Seth Rollins not got injured.
ah, it seems too perfect.
By all means, I agree with you because I fucking was over the moon about it. I thought it was great. I thought the timing was perfect. He was my hottest wrestler of the week. Like, I
Yeah.
just, without Seth being injured, I don't see this happening.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Lou.
I think fans are just very selfish and they want the cream of the pie now. They don't want to wait. And I think that's the biggest thing about wrestling now is they're listening to fans more than just storytelling and letting things play out. And I think ultimately we are destroying pro wrestling storytelling at this point.
This man said destroying pro wrestling.
It-
That is drastic. That's dramatic. That's dramatic. We're not. Isn't it? There's no way destroying pro wrestling. If it has survived this long, I don't think it's going away. Like I just think it's just what, like I was saying, I think we just have to adapt to the internet being a part of the wrestling culture. We've got to adapt to, just like when people were adapting to the dirt sheets in the beginning of the internet and the message boards.
I'm
Like I feel like it is different because now it's so fast, more readily available. Like, so you find out a scoop right then and there, boom, it's on the internet in like 5 minutes and less. Like it's faster than Domino's. Like, so I guess that's the real difference. But I mean, uh,
I think what he was getting at was it's destroying the foundation of what wrestling was built on. Wrestling was always built on stories. We're
yeah,
telling a story. We're telling a story. That's what we were literally spoon fed since almost all of us started watching professional wrestling. Like, The Undertaker told fucking stories. Like, the end of the Error match where Triple H was so convinced that he could end the Undertaker's streak to where even Shawn was like, no, no, you can't. Like, we're telling a story here. So I kind of understand what he was saying, but I just we live in such an instant gratification that we want everything now.
We really do.
We can't sit
We
back and
really do.
enjoy the small things.
I think also it goes to like you're absolutely right. Like it's the small things that people don't want to wait for. They're just like we've been saying this whole time. It's to give it to me now. I need this or I want this, and if you don't give it to me, I'm gonna tweet about it or I'm gonna get mad about it. Like Hunter dropped a whole promo about this that rumor had it was written by somebody else, but was just delivered by him because it is what it is. But I think at the end of the day, man, it's like the one thing that we lack in this current society is patience, and we gotta have everything immediately. And we've been saying this the whole time, so it's pretty much like this topic is like we ruin good things because we don't want to wait. Seth being injured is one thing, but then all of a sudden you're just like, hey, by the way, uh that thing right there, we want that thing too. Like we didn't want to wait for a development of Omos. Like we were just like, nah, he's trash. Get him off it. We're not gonna watch. He's the P break person. We're just gonna leave. And like, yo, he's actually kind of fire. Like, let him go. And they're like, nah, nah, nah. WWE all of a sudden lost investment in him and just moved him. Like, let him go wrestle in Japan, and then brought him back and didn't even use him. They put him in like one, and put him in the Rumble, and then like he hasn't been back since. So like, come on, man.
Well, he's working house shows with
Yeah.
with Oba on NXT house shows.
Yep.
I did see that. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So maybe they're practicing for the Rumble spot.
I feel that.
I don't know, but
See, Lou's over there supporting everything you're saying, man.
He is. He's like, oh my God, yes. Oh my, he's so right. That's why we're friends. That's what he's saying.
Preach.
All right, final thoughts. Go
Be
ahead.
more
Be more patient.
Be more patient.
Fans are destroying professional wrestling. I said it again.
No. No, they're not. All right. My final thoughts. The internet's here. The IWC's here. They're not going away. Just learn to adapt. That's my final thoughts. Yeah.
My final thoughts have brought me to this because I knew he was not going to do it this week. Chaz, I automatically named you the winner of Dumbass of the Week.
What?
You completely skipped over it.
I did. He's not on the show.
Then I name it to you.
Yeah. What? No
You
way.
get Dumbass of the Week, Chaz. Gotcha.
No way. Not happening.
Hi, Mom.
Not happening. Isn't happening. But all right, before we
Sam, and then would love to come on the show one day. Y'all do great work. Thanks.
Cool. You gotta sign a waiver though, and an NDA.
And you have to join a cult.
Hope you're thick skinned because we can hurt feelings around here.
Alrighty. So before we get off the air, I do want to bring this up right here. You see this guy? You know who this is? This is right here, WWE ECW Noah AAA legend. Okay, right there. That's super crazy. All right, he's gonna be at the SWA 20th anniversary. So will your boys, Pure Ignorance. Maybe I'll be there. I don't know. Your boy right there, like I said earlier in the show, he's the number one contender for the SWA Crown Champion. He's on the poster. Hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, on November the 2nd. All right, November 2nd is officially homecoming for the 3 Count podcast.
Homecoming.
That's our homecoming episode. You want to know why? Because the Red Dog's going to bring home that title.
I hope so.
Cliff 3 belts.
Cliff 3 belts.
Cliff 3 belts is not a thing. Yeah, first of all, Red Dog 3 belt is not a thing.
Red Dog 3 belts.
Red Dog 2 belts.
I have already dropped the HWF Extreme Championship.
Oh, yeah,
so that's not a thing.
You'll be Red Dog 2 belts again. So yeah, we're gonna have a whole celebration. I'm gonna make the graphic now and promote it. So you better not lose. You better not lose. Don't make me out to be a liar, brother.
We're gonna
All
have a
right.
whole fanfare and everything.
Exactly. Like I'm bringing guests. It's the roast of Red Dog.
Bringing guests.
We're bringing guests to the. Oh yeah, we're gonna start an hour early too, so that we can make sure we have enough time to bring everybody. Heck yeah! All right, cool. All right,
Oh, my
wonderful.
Dude,
So
I've known Cliff all my life. I don't. That's not enough time.
Cliff,
exactly. Look,
I'm
so
just saying.
instead of an hour and a half show, we're gonna do a 3. Nope, we're doing a super pod. I'm calling it. Yeah, yeah. We haven't done one in a hot minute too. We're doing a super pod. I'm calling it the Red Dog World Championship Celebration Super Pod. It's gonna be that long of a title too. All right, the roast of Red Dog, the coronation moment of his lifelong dream.
Coronation moment.
Coronation is wild, bro.
Yeah, there we go. Yep. All right, you seen it here, November 2nd, folks. You be there. It's a super pod. So instead of 6, we're starting at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, and we're going to 8.
Wow.
4 hour super pod.
WrestleMania over again.
What's up, friends?
Yeah, WrestleMania. Might as well call it
Please
the
don't
Villains
lose.
Lounge. Oh,
Please
buddy,
don't
please don't
fucking
lose, because
lose.
I don't know what we're going to talk about for 4 hours if you lose. Oh, actually, I do know what we're going to talk about.
If
I
you
know
lose,
what-
you can never bring in Dino on the show again.
Oh, he's
No,
taking over your
see,
show.
that's the thing. If he loses, we need Andino on the show.
That's the, yeah, that
Exactly. Wild.
Yeah.
I have won individual championships by myself. Like, and lost them as well. Like, but that's not the point. Like, I'm
Okay, Eddie
still
Guerrero.
a champion right now.
No. See, let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a buck. You're a mid-card champion.
What's up?
Oh shit!
Wow. Time out real fast.
You know what?
Aren't
Wait,
you a tag
wait.
team champion?
Yeah.
So
I
you
am.
need a teammate
no,
to help
no.
you, is what you're saying. Gotcha.
No. I don't.
I mean,
don't
but
do
if
that.
you know,
Don't
but
do
here's
that.
the thing: you can go check out on all 7, because I just did a career day thing. But all 7 of my tag team title reigns,
There
right?
it is.
And Dino Heat Live, presented by the 3 Count. I'm texting him now.
No, Chaz has held the cruiserweight championship. He's had one individual championship.
I'm pretty sure if my memory serves him correct, PI had to help him win that.
No, they did not. They didn't actually. I was babyface as heck when I won that belt.
That's why I was like,
No, sir. Not this time. I was babyface. I won that on my own. Hard work, brother. Never say never. From the streets of Baltimore
Hard work.
down to Houston, Delaware. You're a former cruiserweight champion of CW. Oh, man. I wish.
wild.
That was when they
Anyway.
were doing it on trampolines.
That was 3 years ago in a ring in front of 400 something people. Shut up, you loser. Anyway,
Man, that was rude as fuck.
sorry.
Dude, we need.
Don't be rude to my man Lou like that.
Sorry. How many
We need
championships
to
have you
back
held? How many championships have you won, Lou?
I have more kids than you, so I win.
Damn. Those are all his sex trophies. You know what I mean?
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. If you made it this far to the end, I can't even get the words out. My PlayStation users, you get a trophy. My Xbox users, you get an achievement. My PC users, hopefully your Wi-Fi doesn't cut out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for checking out. Thank you for checking out this episode of Chaz and Friends. This has probably been a lot of fun. This is more fun than I had in a long time. Probably because Damien's not here.
Just say it with the chest. Say it with the chest.
It's a good thing we fired him. So
I'm gonna
and
let him know too.
look, how about this? And then you know what's funny? Let's not tell him that he's fired, and let's see if he shows up next week.
You've been saying it all fucking
That might
show.
be right.
But let's just see if he actually watches the show this week.
No, I'm calling him right now.
Why? No, don't you go call him now.
Don't be a rat, you pudgy bitch.
Let's
Right, don't ruin the. Don't ruin the.
You're
Wow,
not saying
way to
it to his face.
ruin the
You won't
prank.
say
Way
it
to
to his
ruin the
face.
By
prank.
all except Chess.
You
He's
won't
been
say
here
it
the
to his
entire
face.
show. Ain't say
You're
nothing but
dude,
hi
you're
and bye.
scared of
I
him.
can't stand
You're
him. You know what?
scared of
That's why
Damien.
I'm not going. That's why I'm not coming to SW. He go
Why?
defend the belts with his
You're
brother.
for
Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of the 3 Count Podcast. If you like this and you want more 3 Count Podcasts, go on over to our YouTube page, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you never miss when we put out a video. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, all things social media, 3 Count Pod _X, 3 Count Pod, everything else. Also, make sure you buy our merch at foryourwear.com and prowrestlingtees.com. Also, you know what? Just watch another video right now. Like, right now, I'm gonna walk away and you're gonna play another video. Now.